Oops. We live? We're live. Woo! Not as much technical difficulties as I was expecting. All right, everybody, welcome to the live edition of the Closer's Corner podcast. My name is Greg Simpson. I am your host today, as always. And so, I have a couple things I want to talk about today. As a reminder, we have our, let me see here, our 5-year anniversary party is on January 26th here at our office on Armenia Avenue from 6 to 8 p.m. All that are watching and listening are welcome. Let's see here. We also will be having our awards ceremony for our agents at that time. So we'll be announcing our top producers for the year and our newest award, the Deal Maker of the Year. All right, so today's topic, as you guys can see if you're watching it here, is that is getting started in real estate as an agent. Because I get asked this a lot. Obviously, we run a brokerage of over 80 agents now, and I get asked this question, and the big thing is a lot of people are getting started. We're recruiting agents, whether they're coming from us from the list that we pull, or they come from us from the social media posting or from our website, and they ask a lot of do you guys take part-time agents? And the answer is yes. But they ask me, and they ask us, I'm sure of all. Hang on a second, guys. They ask this of all the real estate brokerages they're talking to, and that is, can I do this as a part-time agent? That's a really tough question to answer, so I'm going to do it as I always do, the best way I can. The short answer is yes, you can. The long answer is it is very difficult to do anything part-time. I mean, would you agree? It is really difficult for anyone to serve two masters. If you have a traditional job and you are a 9-to-5 employee, which is fine, you're going to have a hard time in the very beginning figuring out what even to do. So I actually have a brand new ebook I'll be releasing here very shortly. You will see ads galore for it, but it's a new book that I'm giving to every one of my new agents, and it's basically the 30 things that you need to be doing in your first 30 days as a real estate agent. And the most frustrating part for me as someone who has been on the investor side and a buyer and a flipper for 9 years now, holy shit, 9 years now, is that most real estate agents don't know what they're doing because they're not trained properly. And the general public sees that someone gets their real estate license and they're like, oh, they must know a lot about real estate. And I thought the same thing when I got into real estate, that all real estate agents were created equal, and it's just not the case. So as a brand new agent, you're starting off, learning how not to get sued by the schools to get your real estate license. You're not really taught the practical side of real estate, so a huge aspect of any brokerage is the training aspect. And so as a brand new agent, you've got to learn so many things from the get-go. So you've got to learn the contract. You've got to learn how to market, how to do sales, how to do lead management, how to follow up with sellers and buyers, and how to coordinate so many different things, listing appointments, buyer consultations. There's so many things you guys have to learn how to do that is not taught in the real estate school. And so it is a very frustrating thing for a lot of people who are getting started because they are very overwhelmed. I tell every single one of my agents, whether they're brand new to real estate or they're just brand new to our company, what we offer here is like drinking out of a fire hose. We have a lot of training and tools for our agents, and especially we kind of catered it to the part-time agents because we know that you all are learning whenever you can. And so we have an entire online university with all of our trainings on listing, for listings, for working with buyers, for working with investors, for the contract, addendums, and so on and so forth. And I'm not going to keep pounding us on this. It's just telling you guys that you have a lot to learn in your first 3 to 6 months. If you have no real estate background whatsoever, your learning curve is going to be very long. If you came in as an investor and you decided you want to get your license, you are way ahead of the game. You understand how a transaction goes. If you've had some formal investor training, such as some of the seminars, or that you come to TBRE and you've heard how the transactions typically go, that's going to be a totally different ballgame for you as a real estate agent, because you're not going to come in completely blind. And a lot of people who get their real estate license really don't know all the things that go into it. So I also am releasing another ebook that I've put a lot of time into, is the 195 things that you do as a real estate agent in general. The whole premise of this podcast has been to explain to the general public watching and listening at home what exactly a real estate agent does to earn their 3% commission on either side of the transaction, because there's all of this talk of commission cutting out there. Well, I literally went through and have put together 195 things that a real estate agent does from the time that they meet with by the time they are prospecting, with meeting with the buyer or seller, putting together the presentations, the whole 9 yards, everything that they do from start to finish. So if you want a copy of that, just DM me, PM me. I will send you that copy of it, and you will understand why your real estate agent is getting paid so much. And then you, as an agent, you will also understand how much work you have to do. It's not all just showing pretty houses and calling it a day. It's just not how it works. And every single one of my agents, and pretty much every agent that might be watching this, will concur that it is not as easy as they make it look by the Property Brothers or Love It or List It or any of those crappy shows on any of those stations. So the next question always gets asked, as I say, that you can do it part-time, but it's very difficult. So when should I go full-time? And that's another question of how dedicated are you? Because I tell people, some people are those people who want to simply get started and burn all the bridges and go. And that's my favorite way to do it. It's kind of how I did it. I did it part-time in the very beginning as an investor while I owned my swimming pool service and repair company. But because I had employees that ran a lot of that business for me, I was able to segment part of my working hours into making offers on properties. But my wife, Jackie, will tell you how many nights when I first got started, I was up till 1, 2 in the morning making offers, reviewing properties, making offers, signing contracts for those offers, and how many times I had to do, or how many months and months and months I had to do that before I even got my first deal. And my first deal was from doing networking and meeting somebody on Facebook, of all places, and he said he had a good deal in Seminole, and we bought it. But that was literally bought my first rehab, I think. Oh man, I want to say 8 or 9 months into it. I did my first wholesale deal within my first 6, and we took some of that capital, we reinvested it into the business, and then found our first fix and flip deal. So anyway, I know it's kind of a different thing, but it's trying to give you the same expectations. If you aren't willing to put in the hard work in the very beginning while you're part-time, you're going to have to, at some point, burn the bridges and go. And what I mean by that is that you're going to have to feel secure enough in your bank account that you can pay your bills for at least 6 months without getting paid. Because as a brand new agent, you have so much to learn. You have so much to implement. If your brokerage supplies a ridiculously awesome CRM like we do with KV Core, there is a massive learning curve of that CRM. Massive. Now, is it also super important, and does it work really well? Yep. It is by far the best thing I've seen out there. Hopefully this is lining up. I just realized it. I love technology. Just love it. I'm seeing that my lips might be lining up, but whatever. I'm going to keep rambling anyway. And so it's the beauty of doing it live. You have so much to learn. You have so much to implement. You have so much to figure out that It's going to take, you have so much marketing to do. And I'm not talking about running Facebook ads or Google ads or direct mail. While that's all super important, you've got to be leveraging your sphere. You've got to be doing it, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not willing to put your neck on the line to talk to your friends and family and colleagues and people that you have met over the years who already know, like, and trust you, how are you going to work with a lead who doesn't know you from Adam or Eve? I stress this to my own agents. I stress this to all of you thinking about getting your license. If you are not ready and willing and able to have the guts to reach out to your contact sphere, your database, and ask them questions and let them know that you're a real estate agent, you are going to fail miserably, miserably fail. And I don't like to sugarcoat stuff. You guys have been following me for long enough to keep it real with you guys. If you aren't willing to even talk to your sphere as a real estate agent, you are going to flop. Flip or flop, you're going to flop right on your face. The people who are most successful in this business go out there, they put themselves out there, they go to networking events, they meet people, they take those people they've met and they call them, they text them, they meet them for coffee, they talk about what they can do to help. You know, another thing I could recommend for you guys, if you're brand new, join a team. Join a team of somebody who's going to coach you. It's going to walk you through working with your sphere, working with the leads that they're probably going to provide you to help keep you accountable and help you along the way. Because you have to at some point go full-time if you want to make real money as a real estate agent or as an investor. It is very hard either way to make money part-time unless you are buying, as an investor, you're buying rental properties. Like you have a really great W-2 job, pays you very well, and you want to buy rental properties, by all means, that is good because it is fairly passive. Real estate agents and investors, for the most part, the fix and flippers, the wholesalers, they are active investors. They are literally working around the clock, and they're going to crush you if you're working part-time and you're not willing to do the work when you get home from your job, your 9 to 5, or whatever your work hours are, and you aren't willing to segment time off for your family and then segment off the rest of the time of your night and stay up late, wake up early to get shit done. You're not going to succeed. I'm sorry. The people that I admire and follow on social media that either do have 9 to 5 jobs and still crush it as an agent, those people are typically single. They do not have a husband or a wife or kids, and they can then dedicate the second third of their day, because a third of your day is guaranteed to be sleeping for the most part. The next third of their day, they're focusing on real estate until they have enough money in the bank to where they can quit their job and go full-time as a real estate agent. You don't get financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen, by sitting on your ass and watching Netflix for an hour or two every night, or watching the news. God forbid you watch the news for more than 5 minutes a day. So if you're watching the news every day, turn it off. Focus on your business. If you can totally do this as a side hustle, but you better actually do it as a side hustle. Spend X amount of hours per day in whatever training your company offers you for real estate. Spend time in whatever in-person trainings they offer. Spend time cold calling people. Start calling your sphere, putting take your phone, literally take your phone, sync it with your Google account, sync it with your Outlook, whatever you're doing for your outreach, and then sync it to your CRM, and then throw them in a texting campaign, throw them in a call, start calling these people. Like, it's not rocket science. You just got to do the damn work. And so I hope you guys got some really good stuff from this. And the last question is, do we offer any internships? Not really. I wanted to answer that because I was asked this week as well, if we offer any internships. No, we don't. We want people to put skin in the game, and that is the skin in the game that we ask you to do is get your damn license. Get your real estate license, hang it with us at the brokerage, and come to the office and work around the people who are like-minded, who are crushing it. I'm also talking to my agents who need help too. If you're looking for help, get your asses in the office. I don't want to hear I can't come in the office because of what. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's whatever. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Come be around the ones who are winning, who are getting deals done, who are actually doing deals, the deal makers. Come around, be around, and you'll be surprised how much knowledge you get, how much accountability you get, and how much drive you will have by being around the people who are doing deals. Hey, where's Matt?
I'm right here.
How many loan apps have we got this week? 14 apps. And
First one's already conditionally approved.
I don't know if you can hear that. You might be able to, but the loan side here, guys, is already crushing. We've been open for 4 days in 1 hour and 18 minutes. So my point is that come around the office, and they're crushing it because they're here. They're surrounded by Matt and me and Cloder and the rest of the team who understand what it takes to get deals done. So get your ass to, and again, go to your regular office and be around the people who are doing deals and pick their brains and ask them for help. And that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys got good value. Make sure you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, following us on Instagram and Facebook and all those great places. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple, whatever it is. Make sure you rate us, review us, and give us some comments. It really helps us get the word out to struggling real estate agents, struggling investors, that we are here to help them on the Closer's Corner. I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, 10 a.m., live everywhere.